So all right. The recording session is on now, and I hope everybody gets a good network where you are. If you are being kicked out of the class, it might be because of your network. I don't kick anybody out, only if you have deliberately become a nuisance. You are disturbing us, you don't allow us, we warn you, and you didn't want to listen, we can remove you. But if any of this situation didn't arise, nobody is removing you. And if you by any chance got kicked out, it means it's network. I'm the only one here that can remove you because I'm the host. I don't have any co-host. No one here can remove you. So, yeah, I just want to address the issue because someone complained bitterly that he was removed. Nobody removed you. And welcome once more to this session. Equally, you can see that some people complained that the screen was small. So I'll quickly share my screen and see if it's a bit more visible for the start. Yeah. Yeah. Can you see it better now?
Yeah, this is better. Yes.
Okay. So then you can see at least we're still trying to carry everybody along as much as we can. Yeah. All right. Let's move. First thing is to understand this prompting. While we're here, we want to be prompt engineers, the latest version of engineers in town. As a matter of fact, it's only few people that have been working as this kind of engineers. So we are the latest engineers in AI, among the first ever. And so what is prompt engineering? Which is very critical, role. It's a role, a career path in AI. Now is very hot, extremely hot. Because it's already beginning to dust some of our conventional roles. By definition, prompt engineering is the practice of designing and refining an input. And that input is what we call prompt. Is what we give to, if to say garbage in, you garbage out. That is what we garbage into AI to get a response. And why we call it a prompt engineering is that we don't just send an input. We don't just send a prompt. We'll continue to refine it. During the refinement, you're trying to get it to what you want it to be. That is what we call prompt engineering it. Continue to engineer it. just like what you guys are doing here. So, can any of you tell me what, Mr. Charles Okoye, what did you study in the university?
Good evening, sir. I read electrical electronics engineering in the university, sir.
Okay, and you are now in another engineering class called prompt engineering.
Yes,
Can you
sir.
tell me what you are doing here?
Okay, I am here to gain knowledge on prompt engineering. I came for lectures to gain knowledge on prompt engineering.
So, into your career level, what are you
Into
doing?
my career. Okay, currently now I do two jobs. I work initially as a sales manager, but now I'm an assistant service manager, where I work. I do technical support for a foreign company.
You know you've not buy me drink for me and you.
I owe you a big bottle of drink, sir.
I will kick you out of this class.
I'm sorry, sir. Please don't kick your son out, sir.
Okay.
Thank
All
you,
right.
sir.
So, Mr. Charles, what I wanted, just like you have started, when I met you, you are just a salesperson.
Yes, sir.
And you passed through project management and business analysis.
That's very correct, sir.
You didn't
Yes,
stop there. Then you passed through data analysis class.
Yes, sir.
You didn't stop there. Then you passed through IT service management. I think that is the last class I had with you.
Yes, sir.
And you are now working as an IT service manager. That is what you are doing for a foreign company from Nigeria.
Yes,
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
So, and now you are in another class called prompt engineering. All this you are doing is what we call career engineering. Are you getting where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I'm getting you, sir.
You have been refining yourself. You didn't want to end as a salesman.
Yes, sir.
You continue to refine yourself.
Yes, sir.
You refine your career. You keep on refining it. Some people might be seeing you, they are laughing. Why Mr. Charles is always in this man's class? You keep on refining it. And over time, you become highly refined. That's a company who have never seen you, due to the fact that they've seen your CV, they interacted with you, and they give you that trust to support their IT infrastructure from Nigeria. And you are working for them in America.
Yes,
and
sir.
they can even sponsor you to travel over to come to America to stay with them. Because of the level of re-engineering, you have refined your career.
Yes, sir.
Now you have get a very fine output. Now you have get a fine response from the market. The market is now happy with you.
Thank you, sir.
And that is what we are doing here. That is, I want to, correlate this with what we have here. That is prompt engineering. The first time you might write a prompt, you might get a very low response, a very poor response from the AI, large language model. So you continue to refine it. For the fact that some of us are not pro, we can send so many inputs before you start getting something. But when you become a pro, you can sit down and refine it and even use a reusable template to refine, to craft your prompt. And once you send it, you will get a very high output, or very high quality output, or very high quality response from the system. That is engineering. So you design it, it's a part of design it and get it to the level that it can generate good response, quality response. that can help you in quality decision making. That is what we are doing here. If you look at here, I say designing and refining. When you design it, it doesn't end there. You have to do some tweaking, refine it. And the more you refine it, the more you get better results. And that is what is prompt engineering. And the design, the input you are refining is called prompt. So that's it. So let's see here, using this another analogy here, think of a prompt as asking right question to get the best answer from the smart assistant. Right question. I gave us an example yesterday. You went to a shop and there is a salesperson there, and you tell the salesperson, I want the latest iPhone. That is a prompt, but it's not a quality prompt. Of course, you are going to get the results. The salesperson will go and get to any of the latest iPhone they have there and bring one for you. You say the latest iPhone. If you want a quality result, to make sure that the salesperson do not go to and fro for your sake, you tell the salesperson, I want a latest iPhone. You brought it. He said, no, I want, they can have different type of iPhone latest. All of them are latest. They can have a black color. They can have green color. They can have red color. What if the person just go in, grab red color and bring to you? You see the latest iPhone. So for you to make sure that you get quality results, if you are telling the salesperson, or if the salesperson is very crafty, some of them will give you a form to fill to, where they will make sure you tick all the boxes. And this is what a template looks like if you want to ask a question. If you have a template, it will help you to tick the right boxes. That is what we call a reusable template. So that once you send it, you are going to get quality output without having to go to and fro, without having to keep on refining and refining. If you tell the salesperson, I want iPhone 5, or I don't know, I don't use iPhone. Some of these ladies here can tell us the later when they come to iPhone, but I know they are crazy about iPhone. You say if it's iPhone 10, iPhone 10 Pro Max is the latest iPhone. I'm using an example. Make sure you call iPhone 10 Pro Max. If you have American spec, if you have a Nigerian spec, if you have Chinese, which you say American spec, and then you say pink color or blue color, so that it won't go and bring you red color or black color. And I want it with a cover, and I want it to come with, in case they don't have iPhone or this earpiece on it, this can be tried to be as detailed as you can, so that they will, once go in, they will get everything you want to give to you. I've seen people who are using ChatGPT. They will just come create a CV for me. Create a we give the name. Create a business analyst CV for me, and that's it. Of course, it's going to He's not a magician. I want us to know that AI is not a magician. It's based on what the way we query it will determine what we are going to get. It's not a magician. Some will say, it doesn't matter, all those things just generic. No. Some people are using it to kill. So you can equally use it to kill. But it depends on the way you interact will determine the kind of what you are going to get. If you ask a brutal question, then it will give you a brutal answer. If you ask a mild question, you get a mild answer. In the context of AI engineering, prompt is a structured input or instruction given to an AI model like ChatGPT or DALL-E to generate a specific response, output, or action. A prompt can be a question, a command, a scenario, or even few words that guides the AI's behavior or response. These are types of, this is the way the prompt can look like. But you can see these are simple prompts. Look at this text prompt. You see, write a poem about space exploration. This is a simple prompt. So it's left for the AI to go and craft any kind of poem on space exploration for you. Yeah. But if you want to make it, you see, space exploration, American space exploration, it will niche it to Americans that are on space, because we have a lot of people from different countries have been on space exploration. As a matter of fact, Elon Musk has been conducting tourism on space exploration. You can be a government sponsored space exploration like the NASA space exploration. So what I'm saying is, this is so vague. This particular prompt here, prompt here is vague. And you can't get much, it's just going to be generic space exploration. But if you want a niched space exploration that will get more, then you can niche it, specify it, detail it to tourism, government sponsored by a country, then you are going to get something better. That's it. That's an example of prompts and how you can, refine these prompts more. That's what I did. This prompt, if I send it, I'll just get general space exploration. If I refine it a bit, if I say America, it will fill up America. That is what I'm doing in engineering. I'm engineering this prompt. And again, I said America tourism, the form of the American company who is sponsoring space exploration, or American indigenous citizens that are on space exploration. And yeah, so the more you do that, the more you get better answer. And here you see, this is for image. Generate an image of a futuristic African tech city. Yeah, African tech city is wild. It's going to generate a tech city in Africa. Wow. you can still make it better. You can narrow it to Lagos. You see, not even Nigeria, you narrow it to a city in Lagos, a tech city. You can narrow it to Nairobi. You can narrow it to Uganda. It's something like that, and it will go to maybe, say Uganda, it will go to Uganda and get. And we might have so many of these futuristic. So you want it in so many in a particular part of Africa. This is generic, and it can be refined, optimized further to get a better outcome. This is just an example I'm giving for us to understand it better. Okay. Now you've seen prompts generically, because we're going to, maybe not today, we're going to do anatomy. We're going to kind of understand it extremely. That's what we call anatomy, but we're coming to that. So now this is how prompt looks like and what prompt engineering is all about. And then we come here, we say prompt as the fourth tech language. Yes, is now adopted as a tech language. It's just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is now an official means of payment. People receive Bitcoin as a payment. It's very costly now. It's highly rated now. But some years back, nobody will agree to do that. Nobody. As a matter of fact, I'm among those people. When I bought Bitcoin, my first Bitcoin is not up to $500 one Bitcoin, and I bought a Bitcoin of about $5,000. You see, so if I had kept those Bitcoin till now, that Bitcoin is more than 100,000. You see, I don't kill, So that is it. The point I'm making here is that Bitcoin that people didn't trust is now adopted as an official means of payment. Number one means of digital payment. Now, in this language, tech language, like just last year, we are playing, we do not even call this prompts before. A few were just playing around, but it's now an official language. It's highly recognized everywhere now. So in tech, this language has been in the forefront, programming language. Those who knows how to speak this programming language, they've actually achieved a lot. So many of them have built multi-billion companies. They're enjoying today. We know them. There's no need of calling names. And even if you do not use it to build company, if you just know it, you are not among those who up to date look for jobs. You select the job you do, and that is programming language. There are so many of them in this category, like Python. It's a programming language. And all these AIs we are enjoying today, all of them are built on this programming language called Python. All these large language model, OpenAI, all of them are on this. And that's why it's very, very important. Okay, we have another language called SQL. There is no way you can interact with any database, any official company database, without knowing how to use SQL. So it's a language that people speak it, the professional language in tech. You know that data is very important, highly rated. So for you to know how to query and get data out of a database is a big deal. Don't say it's not a big deal. It's really a big deal. And they are owned by data analysts. Just like this language, programming language by Python is owned by developers. These are top people in the industry. Then we have another language, UML, Unified Modeling Language. They are owned by business analysts. If you don't know how to create diagrams as a business analyst, you are not a business analyst. Because if you're a business analyst and you are working for a serious company, at least you must produce at least one diagram in a day. You know me, I create like up to 4 to 5 diagrams in a day. Everything I communicate with stakeholders, line managers, 90% is on diagram. We keep on creating different types of diagram, process flow, name them flow charts, swim lane in different capacity and different form, use cases, wireframe workups. This is language for the business and as the BAs. These are all the diagrams. Create all of them. It's a language, the means of communicating. You communicate, anything you use to communicate is a language. Even as I'm using my hand like this, what I did like this, is it a language or not? As I do like this, it's a language.
It's a language.
A language.
Even as I do like smile like this, it's not a language, it's a language. We call it body language. You know, any kind of communication is a language. Then, as I'm talking to you and you understand it, this language I'm using to communicate to you, we talk, I can write it. Can anybody tell me? Some of us have been in my class who should be able to tell me that this language I'm using to teach us here, everybody's enjoying it. Can anyone try?
Natural language.
Good, yeah. So I expect that somebody should answer. So it's natural language. Natural language. Mother tongue is a natural language. It's a means of communication. But natural languages, we have never regarded it as a tech language. It has been called natural language. But today, we have another language in tech. And that tech language is more of a natural language. And that is what we call prompting. And it's a natural language that is now going to, because natural language in tech has never been taken seriously. But today, because some of these people continue to want to solve complex problems, they made it in such a way that they build a system that everybody can talk to. A system that is very powerful. and a lot of people can talk to it. And that is why today the usage is very extremely powerful, and the usage will have high volume of usage. Like yesterday, we're trying to do a comparative analysis of invention, AI invention and internet invention. It's all about anything, how powerful things are, is about the number of people using it. Like Facebook is not because there are so many other applications, you know, they're all powerful, but how many people are using that your application? No matter how good it is and people are not using it, you can only see it's powerful when a lot of people are using it, globally using it, they are happy, different language, different this and that, they are using it. And that is how this AI is becoming, more especially this generative AI and large language model. A lot of people are using it and they are happy. Companies are using it now and they are happy. This language is the latest language in town, and the name is prompting. Prompting, so it has now joined the league of tech language, and that is why you are here. You are standing like a developer here, a developer of programmers, now prompting. So this is what it means. And looking at this table, we have rules. Yeah, programming, how developers propose, build logic, software, application, system. We have SQL, role data analysis, query and analyze data from database. You have UML, the business analyst, visualize map, model system, workflow, and requirement modeling. And then we have prompt, AI prompt engineers instruct and guide AI model to produce accurate, useful, and creative outputs. And that is what we call prompt, and you the prompt engineer. So, and that's it. So, in summation, the summary, the fine summary of prompts in prompt engineering, a prompt is a natural language instruction or input designed to guide an AI system's response or behavior. Prompting is a new form of coding in human language, enabling anyone to communicate effectively with AI tool to perform tasks, solve problems, and generate content. That is the full definition of prompt. So all this just to help us understand how this our natural language that they've never regarded as anything in tech has come to take the center stage in tech. And that is it. We have types of prompting, different types of, we have instructional prompting, we have a conversational prompt, we have a chain of thoughts. Okay, instructional prompts directly tells the AI what to do, just instruction. Summarize these articles in 3 bullet points. That is an instruction. And you feed the article and it will quickly summarize the article. That is instruction. And you have conversational prompt. And is mimicking human-like dialogue. For example, what are some healthy meal idea? Kind of conversation. You are engaging AI in a conversation just like a human being. It's not an instruction, but you're engaging a conversation. Like your friend or your mom, you can engage your mom in a conversation. There's the kind of question you throw to your mom and it becomes rude. So that's the difference between instructional and conversational. Conversational, you remove that instructional or a bit of rude aspect of it if you are not a boss giving instruction to your subordinate at work, or you're like a mom, a dad giving instruction to your child. But this is you like giving instruction to your software assistant. AI is they assist us. You can see them as your personal, as your PA, your personal assistant. That is what we should be seeing them to be our cyber PAs or virtual PAs, whatever name you want to call them. We'll soon call it another name, just like say virtual assistant. You know, I know so many of you who have been looking for virtual assistant job will not be happy. You know, well, the only way is to come and start learning this. How many of us are virtual assistants? Have worked as virtual assistants? How many of us? Okay. Are you happy about what AI is doing? I know.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but another thing is the way people, like 2 years ago, the way Nigerians grab this role, virtual assistant, is like everybody's getting this role, virtual assistant. Can you guys see that is reducing the way they look for virtual assistant? Because most of the things AI has been doing a lot of them. Yeah. But as the markets keep evolving, we too have to keep evolving. You know, once they go up higher, we go higher. That's what we'll be doing. So, yeah. So then under this conversational, we have what we call zero to short. Not under conversation. We have zero to short and few to short prompts. So zero to short is you just asking a question or giving a plain instruction without any example. You ask just a question, no example. They are going to give you a response, but it's not going to be as example as when you ask a question or you give instruction with an example. It will help them to understand your mind a bit and come up with something substantial. That is zero to short. So no example are provided. AI responds based on general training. So what it just use the initiative to give you an answer. And that kind is just generate a CV for me. It will just generate a CV. But if you give like example, I need a CV. Can you give me a CV? Example of the CV, a business analyst CV. Yes. Yes, you can create a business analyst CV. You can give more example. You can say, for a software job, software development job, you customize it a bit as an example. Now, if you want to give you a generic, now we customize it towards your experience towards software development. And if you want to tailor it down again, you can say use star structure. Now you customize it a bit with star structure approach, which now is going to start from the situation. Star is situation, parts, action, and results. So what have you done? What action have you taken? And what starts and what results? So with this, you customize it further, and it's not going to just give you a very blank CV. No, you now tailored it because you made it examples compete with more conditions. So that is what we call few to short, not zero to short. Now it's few to short. A few examples are included to guide the AI's behavior. Then we have what we call chains of thoughts prompt, chains of thoughts. Now encourage step-by-step reasoning. Example, let's solve this math problem using step-by-step. You can know different steps, use this step. We break it down on how to do it. Like if you are giving, if you want to create, let me use another CV. You want to create a CV. You can break it down. That is chain of thought. You want to create. Now you have given a generic, all the instruction. Let's give this few to short example of how to create CV. We are going to do all this. Don't worry. We're going to have a thing, all these things, template of all of them. So, but let's understand it first. So, you've created a CV where you give instruction to the extent of star approach. But if you want to get the best CV, you know, that when you give, you send it, you get good, much excellent result. You break everything down step by step. You can say, create a header. Create a header of a business analyst CV. You give your name and the address and your email, and it help you to craft that CV. Then after then you see, after creating the header, create a summary, a professional summary. You give few condition with 5 years experience, with much experience in software engineering or this and that. Now, it's not going to, you first develop his energy in creating that, you see, then you come to create 5 different work experience from this year to this year. The first work experience, let it be on software development. The next, let it be on e-commerce. The next, let it be on service management. The next, and after that, you come to your certification, your educational. So you see, that is what we call chain of thought. You break it down, make out time to craft it so that it will give you a better result. But if you just say, create a BACV for me, it's going to get you a CV. You are so much in a hot, but you already sending it to the market. You come back and say, I send up to 500 CV. I apply for 500 jobs today. Job no deal. After all the thing I'm sending, you are just sending a vague CV to a very competitive market. So your CV might not even get cross to pass, because when you send the CV, there will be another AI balancing them, waiting for you. If as your CV is coming, you cut off your CV. It's coming, you'll be complaining your CV is not going. Yes. We call it in Igbo, we call it Agada Bachirozo. That is what we call application tracking system. It will not allow you to get to the hiring manager. Before you get to the hiring manager, your CV must be a sniper, so that it will first, kill the application tracking manager before you get to the hiring manager. And that is what you need to do. For you to get that kind of answer using these types of prompts, you are not going to use 0 to short to pass this application tracking system. No way. You are not going to use few to short to pass this application tracking system. No way. The only way you have chances of getting a job that will pass the application tracking system is use chain of thought prompts. And if you use this chain of thought prompt, you equally give condition. This CV must break application tracking system. You put another, this is chain of thought. At the end of the whole thing, it must break application tracking system. So, they are all devils. They are all AIs. They are all created with the same DNA. Those days, we used to chase women. If you want to get a woman, you need to get the friends. They are going to go and talk on your behalf. It's very easy for a woman to talk to them. They will just come because they know their language. Simple. So if you want to break this application tracking system, use AI to fight AI. They know, they will crack it. But if you hear cracking your brain on your own, because you don't have their DNA, they have their own DNA, they know how to break it. And the way to do it is use this kind of prompt. We call it chain of thought. And that is where you are going to be solving problems for an organization. You are going to be sending proposals for contracts. You are going to be writing reports. As a business analyst, let me use business analyst now, who is now a prompt engineer business analyst. When you are writing a business case, you are trying to buy in stakeholders to support the project. You are trying to sell your solution to them. You aren't coming to come and write a generic business case. Some companies, how many projects you have executed or delivered, or how many solutions you have managed to deliver will determine your promotion. You can't just say because I'm already a business analyst. If you want to rise, you must be, once you submit a proposal or once you drop a business case, boom, accepted. Some people can be in a company for 5 years as a BA and you have never delivered even one solution. During the quarterly review, they will tell you that they have not seen your input here. You know what have you brought to table? You have not brought anything to table. And if there is chance for reducing retrenchment or you are going to be among the first people that are going to be laid off because you are not impactful, you are not bringing anything meaningful. I'm giving an example how a BA can equally use chain of thought, this kind of, to optimize what you are doing, increase value of your reports. You write a killer report. Nobody will see a report and say no. If you send proposal, as their proposal will deliver, even if they are using machine like AI to read their proposal. These days, how do you think, like now, let me give you an example. We're applying for a job and we'll have up to 9,000 or 10,000 people that apply for that job. And within 2 weeks, they will do selection. And though the person doing selection is one person, the person will read the whole 10,000 CVs and select maybe only one person or 2 people. It's not possible. The point is that what is dealing with you is AI is dealing with you. And you can get quality prompt that can navigate through all these processes and get you better results. So that is going to details of all this. Yeah. All right. Let's look at value of prompt engineering, key benefits. Number 1, prompting improve accuracy and relevance. Well-crafted, this word, well-crafted. Yeah. It's not easy to craft too. If you think it well-crafted, you see well-crafted prompt guide AI to produce more precise, on-target response for professional use. Yes, you are going to be creating a lot of these for professional use. You are here because you don't want to use it anymore for playing. People use it enough to play, create jokes, do all sorts of things. That's what they are using it for. You have changed your own approach to use it to make money. And the only way is using it professionally. If you're going to use it professionally, it must be well crafted. And that is how prompt comes in. So it will help you to create a well-crafted guide, well-crafted prompt, professional to get on target response. Saves time on manual work. From writing reports to analyzing data, prompt reduces repetitive tasks and boosts productivity. Errors, it removes all those things. That's why today, everything we've been doing, even all this CRM system, ERP system, why are we Why are companies are buying all this system, implementing this system? Is why to help them reduce manual labor, reduce errors, increase quality data. That's why we're spending a lot of money getting CRM system. It doesn't end if you just get CRM, you still need to automate some of the CRM activities within the CRM system. That is what Prompt can do for you. Some of all these things you do, write reports manually, do this and that, repetitive tasks. Good prompts can reduce all this. When you write one report is one report, no back and front. You won't be having issues with your line manager. What kind of report is this? Everybody is angry because you are using a very well crafted. And when you analyze data, the way you analyze data is going to be different from the way other people are analyzing data, because your own data will come with high level of accuracy. If you see the way someone who knows how to use AI to analyze data, if I analyze data for you using Python, you won't believe it, because you will not see even one error. If I use it on even Excel, if I use it even on Power BI, no error, and with fast speed, they can give you a data set and tell you, I want the report. In this morning, I give you a data set and tell you, I want this report by 12 p.m. Large data set with all the things. How are we going to do that? Yeah, as a data analyst, you'll be under pressure. Don't think it's only BAs you'll be under pressure because they give you, analyze these data sets. We want to have the visuals. We are going to have meeting with investors by 12 p.m. and they are now giving you the data set. They are going to use it and not only that, you are going to come over there to analyze the data before the board of trustees or before the investors or before the stakeholders, to tell them how the company has been going up and down, performance improvement, all this. It's not easy. Some of you, how many of you, okay, I can see Magdalene, you are among the people that presented last time. Magdalene, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay. You understanding what I mean? So if you are analyzing data, I give you a company data and tell you I need it I give you it by 9 o'clock in the morning, I tell you I need them by 12 p.m. How possible is that? It's not easy, but with the aid of good prompting, it's possible. Yeah. So just poking different job areas for you to see the relevance, and above all, empowers non-tech users. Before now, most of us wouldn't be here. We would just be leaving this for, even the people that studied computer science are not even still performing. Some of them will go halfway. When they come to coding, everybody will run away. Everybody will run away. But today, the game is changing. The game has not changing. You see, anyone without coding experience can harness the power of AI by simply using right prompts. This large language model, all this coding we're talking about, we have libraries code libraries. All the code libraries that have ever been existed is being fed on that large language model. So that thing you are trying to craft to do, they already have it there. They have been fed and trained how to use it even better than a professor who is teaching you coding. Yeah? All you need to do is prompt it and give you the code, and you put it where you're supposed to put it. And you too, with your little experience about software development, you produce a very powerful, beautiful application you don't know you were able to produce. You will start becoming a powerful developer without knowing how, because the new code now is now on natural language, no longer on programming language. So we need to know this so that we know that if we are not rich or we're not making it, it's not because of some limitation. Some of those limitations that are so scared, it has been taken away. And the world is getting better and better for those who are getting the right knowledge. But the Bible said that my people perish because of lack of what? Let me know if we even have people that
Knowledge.
is only to church here.
Knowledge normally.
Joseph, do you go to church at all? So, yeah. All right. Let's move. And another valuable aspect is enable creative and complex problem solving. You can confidently confront any kind of problem. I'm telling you, I'm not lying. Prompting opens new door. Just know this. Know this, and opens new doors, not just doors for innovation. Innovation is opportunities. Opportunities is money. So it means that it opens new doors for opportunities. It's going to turn so many people to become, so many people who take their AI career seriously, starting from this year, from now, so many of you here who take it seriously, give yourself, because someone was asking me about 10 years time, give yourself 3 years from now, you are going to be a very rich person, extremely rich. I'm telling you, it's not about I claim it. I said if you take it seriously, don't claim it if you are not going to even read my notes. Are you getting me? Don't claim it. You know that we are that when you do prophecy, everybody will be claiming the prophecy. If yes, even the prophecy you need to be hardworking. You need to do what you need to do for that prophecy to come to pass. Some people you can make a prophecy come to pass in a very positive way by working hard. Yes. How many of you read Macbeth? How many of you? How many of you here read Macbeth? Okay, Angela, you read Macbeth. Did you remember any powerful prophecy in Macbeth? Okay.
Yes, I read it.
Okay. Do you remember any powerful prophecy in Macbeth?
Yes, I think he said no man born of a woman will be able to kill him.
Yes. But the prophecy I'm making is they told Macbeth that you are going to be the king.
Yes.
That is a prophecy. And Macbeth, the wife, made sure that that prophecy came to pass. How? When Macbeth they say you have to kill the current king. Macbeth have to go and kill the current king. Macbeth didn't have the heart to kill. The wife, so you see this prophecy, by fire, by force. That prophecy must come to pass. And the wife pushed the guy, and the guy killed the king and eventually become the king. And the prophecy not come to pass, the prophet has come to pass. But even if Macbeth did not kill the king, maybe the king will eventually die and Macbeth will be the king. But the point I'm making is that some people make this prophecy to come. So even if, but you can make it in a very positive way. They make a prophecy that 20 people in this church that attend church today are going to be millionaires by the end of the year. You claim it and you are not even going to hustle. Some people will say, I claim it, and they will start hustling, do everything to make money, and eventually they make money. It comes to pass. So the point I'm making is opening doors here. That is the background of all this analogy. Prompting opens new doors of innovation. Now, innovations opportunity to become billionaires like Mark Zuckerberg and the rest of them. Because once you know how to code, you know how to not only coding, because position yourself very well in IT, like what you are doing, or doors will open up. So many doors. So that's the point I'm making here. And it's all about prompting, how to communicate with artificial intelligence machines. Okay, let's look at use case examples, different ways we can use this in different industries. So it should be industrial use cases. See, in marketing, the point I'm trying to sell here is that almost every industry needs this prompting. It's very hot because you can work anywhere. Just like I told you that as a business analyst, you can work anywhere. As a project manager, you can work anywhere. As a data analyst, you can work anywhere. And as a prompt engineer, you can equally work anywhere. And the good part of prompt engineering is that it's only few people. We don't have much people that knows how to do it. So companies, some of you here are because you are proactive. You think ahead of time and you start training yourself. Companies will look for people who understand prompting more than others to help them build their own prompt unit. Companies are going to start having departments, AI department. Are you getting it? AI needs to have a department on its own, or unit, call it AI unit. Just like now, if you come, so many companies they have digital transformation units. Even in digital transformation, they can have project management office. I talk about PMOs. These are project management office. Then business analysis. Most of them business analysts, their unit is called digital transformation. Then data analysis, they have their own unit. So we're going to have AI unit very soon in every industry. They are going to have it. So there is going to be highly relevant people that understand that technology more than other people. To even help them, train them, they are going to come. So here in marketing, hard copy generation, you can help to write 3, like this is a prompt here. Write 3 variation of hard copy for a Facebook campaign promoting a new, a new eco-friendly water bottle to young professionals. Each variation should be under 20 words and highlight sustainability. You see, this is a very powerful prompt. Now, with this prompt, it's going to give you 3 different, for you to choose the best, 3 different types of outputs, ad campaign. That's what it means here. And this is a few to short, because you see here, it gives a bit of examples. A few to short, almost edging towards a chain of thoughts. Then we have here education, example of how it can be used within the education. These are just 3 examples. Study guide creation. Create a detailed study guide for a high school student preparing for a biology exam on human respiratory and circulatory system. Include diagram, bullet points, and 3 quiz questions. With this, we have created a study guide for this high school student. You see how it has helped a teacher, a secondary school teacher, create a study guide. You know, for some of us who are in the educational sector, primary school, it can tailor you to whichever grade. You can tailor it the way, and you come out with a very beautiful study guide for any level you want it, both universities, both junior and senior. If you are working within healthcare, you can create plans, response. That is a communication template for healthcare professionals. Draft a compassionate and easy to understand message to notify a patient that their test results are ready and a follow-up appointment is recommended. This is very extremely important. This is what they write all the time, and so many of them struggle to have nurses here. Do you have any nurse here? Any nurse? Or a medical doctor? They write this kind of message all the time, but most of them, they have templates. But this can create a better version for you. And more, even care plans and so many other things. There's so much. Then here, code generation, you know, and this is where it does it better. In AI, everything AI does, this is the area of specialization. It does code generation more than any other thing you can think of. And what does that mean? It has given a lot of people power to become software developers. It does code and data better than anything, because all these are data. They are built on data. Write a Python function that takes a list of numbers and return the median. Include comment and edge case handling. So this is a code for you. So before we finish, we're equally going to see how we are going to get a code, how to do some data analysis as well. You'll see how I do analyze data as a prompt engineer, not as a data analyst. Analyze data as a prompt engineer, not as a data analyst. It means that as a prompt engineer, if a data analyst who is not serious with their job, you can take up their job as a, because you can do it better than them without being a conventional. You're a data analyst, but let me say you are not conventional. You're not a traditional data analyst. Okay. Okay, this a follow-up, try to expand this more, like under this scope of prompting, domain use, we have education, like we see I generated kind of code, or this is what you can do here. Businesses, write, report, email, meeting agenda, automate and workflow documentation. Under marketing, create ad copy, produce description, campaign strategy, social media posts. So many of us are already using this, but we are not, I see a lot of this in people post, but that doesn't look so professional as well. And software development, generate, explain, and debug code. Author, document API, write test cases, and pseudocode. This one, I do it all the time. Legal and compliance, these are for lawyers. I know we have a lot of lawyers here. Draft legal clause, summarize policies, interpret regulation, and structure compliance checklist. Creative arts, write script, poem, music, storyboard, and the virtual prompt for AI image generation. So if for those who are into artists, wahala day for them, or if you can build, because so many people are not going to come and jump in and try to become artists. Artistic is a passion. Some people follow it as a passion, like me, who is a business analyst or a project manager, a developer. No matter what AI does, I'm not going to go and start become. Yes, I was an artist. When I was in secondary school, as a matter of fact, I won so many awards as one of the best fine artists. So what does mean? Fine arts is a passion. So, but the point here is that some people are not going to come and start looking to become a fine. So some of them, all you need is try to understand it to help you support and grow faster in this area. Yeah. Then healthcare, generate patients communication templates. Yeah, like I said, communication template. You can get so many templates, summarize case notes, and assist in medical documentation and diagnostic. In finance, banking and finance, assist with financial analysis, report writing, compliance update, and customer support automation, and so many others like human resources to journalism, logistics, real estate, prompt engineering enhance productivity, creativity, and decision making for every sector. No sector is exempted, every sector. And for jobs, specific jobs like our IT jobs, and for product managers, use prompt to generate user persona, roadmap projection, features, brief, and competitor analysis. For content creators, leverage to write blog posts, video scripts, and ad copy, and search engine optimization, content faster and more effective, more creatively. For educators, create lesson plan, grading rubrics, exam questions, and personalized feedback for students. And for data analysts, use prompt to generate SQL. So these days, you don't need to go and crafting. My students in data analysis, I always tell them there's no need of trying to. But if you want to learn it the old way, it's still good. Learn it the old way, but don't come to teach you those old way that doesn't work anyway, because we are no longer in that era. Generate SQL queries, interpret data set, clean data, explain insights in simple language. I've done this so many times, complex, even at workplace, and it gives results, quality results, and commendation from line managers. And customer support agents automate frequently asked questions, generate response templates, and summarize customer issue for better resolution. And for business analysts, so many of us here are business analysts, extract requirements, generate user stories. So many of us, you know that writing user stories are not that so easy, but this has made it so easy to write user. When I started writing my own user story, it was very difficult to come to have a template. You know, I used to shape template, even product backlog. It took me time to put it together, but this is, you know, even as a senior business analyst, it took me time to do that. But you see this AI, large language model, all the systems you can think of, they have user stories. They have been fed about different user stories about all these systems. They have them. So all you need to do is they will give it to you in a very crafted, I said well crafted prompt, not just generic prompts, high quality prompts, chain of thoughts, advanced prompts. So they can analyze document and build process map via prompting as well. So all you need is to get a good process flow. Just come up with a good prompt and you have them. And for project managers, project prompt for risk log, project plan, meeting notes, stakeholders summaries, and RACI. As a matter of fact, as we're having this meeting, is already taking the notes, which as a project manager, you are going to have meeting with your stakeholders. It will help you to be taking notes, help you to be taking notes, and that's it. And in every aspect, we'll have them. So try to explore as many professions, every profession, even those I didn't capture here, because I don't want to, if I capture all the professions, like everything is captured within here. So, well, we'll have, let's look at advanced prompt engineering, and we'll call it, when we talk about the most powerful plan, say chain of thoughts. So prompt chaining, this is advanced prompt chaining. It's a technique where the output of one prompt is used as input for the next prompt. And that is where you create step-by-step, creating step-by-step process of solving complex problems. So you can use a prompt like that and you solve the kind of output, the kind of response you get. You won't believe what you get. But all you need to know is learn how to chain them. We'll call them chain of thought. It's a complex prompt engineering. And that is where all these big organizations that are going to hire you, this is what they want to know. If we during the interview, very soon we'll be having interviews, people want to understand. You say you're a prompt engineer. These are things they are going to want to understand. How do you chain prompts? How do you chain them to get to trigger, to get complex, because it kind of trigger is what we get to solve that kind of complex problem. How are you going to, so we are going to try to understand how we are going to be chaining prompt, creating reusable template of chained prompt like this chain of thoughts. So example here, let's look at prompt one. This is the way you are going to just give it to the prompt one. Summarize this article, output, summary, then two, create a tweet from this summary, input, then summary output tweet. You need to give them the article. You need to, before you do it, you need to upload the article they are summarizing as well. So with this, they are going to summarize an article and give you a very powerful tweet. And this is the kind of things, powerful reports. It's a very powerful report. It's the kind of report companies, enterprise, organizations, leaders, you are working with this kind of what they are going to expect from you. And you can get this kind from chained prompts. Yeah. So these are areas we are going to pay more attention to understand how to chain different prompts together to solve complex types of complex problems and bring high value decision making. Then we have embedded memory. Embedded memory is the process of converting text into vector representation that can be stored and later retrieved to provide context or memory on AI system. You have to store memories so that you can retrieve it and you can create something. Embedded memory is that you can company data set, you can store a company data set, a full company data set in your AI. Let me use ChatGPT for example. You can store it there in your memory, archive it in your memory, it will be there. And from that embedded memory, now you have embedded memory inside the AI. When you are going to work on them, they are not going to bring their own resources. Everything they are going to be working is going to on that embedded memory. They are then trying to get the best out of that embedded memory. Like I'm saying, you can see a data set of 10 years data set of a company, e-commerce company, or sales. Let's say 10 years sales data set of a Beta Marketplace, which is one of our company. Some of you know it. You embed it in AI like ChatGPT, and then this is what data analysts, how data analysts can get the best out of it. Then when you come, all you need to do is you start prompting based on that memory you've embedded. They are not going outside that embedded memory to go and get extra input. All they will do is based on the data set you've embedded in them, and they will give you the best of the best result, the best of the best output, the best of the best visual, the best of the best analysis based on that embedded memory. This is what we're going to be doing. If you gather, for instance, I've said this in data for those who are into like data analysis or data scientists. Like in business analysis, you can gather requirements. After gathering requirement from data, you can then embed the memory. From there, you start creating process flows. You start creating these entropes, requirements. You start creating different reports based on the embedded memory. You've embedded that memory into the system. So these are one of those complex activities. You will find yourself in a very complex situation. All you need to do is embed it, all the information, embed them into the system as an embedded memory, and then start prompting to retrieve information based on that. So, yeah, see here, stop. User like fintech topic, embed and save. And then later, AI retrieve this embedding to personalize a response. And that's it. This is one of the ways big enterprises, companies, this is the ways they are using it to make the best ever decisions. Companies who are using this will make better decisions than companies that are not using it. Because those who are analyzing, you are just analyzing with your normal mind, you say you, Mr. Charles, teach you, you are doing a requirement analysis. You want to use Mr. Charles this thing, root cause analysis. You just be struggling with Mr. Charles root cause analysis. Like Mr. Charles, you have to do it this way. Embed this memory in this AI and then use prompt. Using, if you want to use root cause analysis, craft a root cause analysis prompt and use it on that embedded requirement you have, and it's going to give you, what you are going to get, you won't believe it. So that's embedded memory. So these are all the complex activities or complex areas where we are going to try to understand more, because this is what the companies are going to want to understand from you. And then we have using APIs and prompt templates. APIs, defining, leveraging APIs and AI with predefined prompt formats. Most of these companies, what we are doing today is that a lot of companies are now integrating AI with their different applications. If you go to CRM system, so many CRM systems today, AI has been integrated with them to solve problems. How do they do that? The only way they can do that is through APIs. So the system will go to the API. Through the API will be getting information or prompting, exchanging information with the open AI, because they already integrated. So you are working with your CRM system and you are getting assistance from the AI because of the integration. That is it. That is how that works. And some of the automation there, the AI will be helping you to carry out all the automated activities. So the way it's going to work, like the template like this is, see, generate a product description for, this is a template. You can put any product here, targeting which audience, Gen Z audience, professional audience, old people audience. Okay. Field prompt generates a product description from noise cancelling headphone, targeting remote workers. This is the types of prompts, and used via OpenAI API in a product listing app. We're going to try to understand this. So this is what we call advanced prompting, which we'll try to break them down. Understanding this advanced prompting is what is going to make you a prompt engineer. Not everyday prompting, because all of us, as long as you can type something on your ChatGPT, is a prompt. Everybody can. So what it means that everybody can prompt. Everybody can prompt. But what makes us different from every other person in prompting is on how to prompt on this advanced level, using chains of thoughts, using embedded memory, and using APIs. And that's it. So that is what is going to differentiate us. Yeah? It's not something we can, all these are what we are going to spend time. All these are how many months we are going to spend here. We are going to be breaking all these advanced levels down. Okay, best practice, try to be clear and specific. Define the rules. Define rules means when you are prompting, don't just say, don't give vague prompts. You must provide a persona in every prompt. Like you say, as a business analyst, using this data set or using this requirements gathering data, creates a process flow for me. Now you have defined the role. You want the AI. So now you already have in mind, because if you just say, analyze this data for me, it can represent you for a data analyst and start analyzing data as a data analyst. But if you say, as a business analyst, we know that the way business analysts handle data is different from the way data analysts handle data. So many of my students have already come to us and say, I'm a business analyst. Can I handle that? I said, no. You're a business analyst, but the way business analysts handle data is different from the way data analysts handle data. So if you want to be a data analyst, there are two different roles. They are doing two different things. You as a business analyst, you are going to do a lot of analysis, but the difference is that their data analysis has nothing to do with data analysis. What you are analyzing is what we call requirement analysis. And what the data analyst is doing is what we call data analysis. So you must define a role if you want AI to assist you. Then, if you are into projects and you want to, you can say as a PMO officer, create a template for me for so this, for read log, for this. They know the position of a PMO is different from the position of a project manager. So if you want it as a project manager, then he's creating it for immediate use for you as a project manager. If you are looking for it as a PMO, they know that as a PMO, you create templates, a reusable template for your organization. They might want to package it for you. So you must wear a role, define the role you want them to act. They will give you better results. So these are things you need to do in cooperation with your advanced level prompting. Give example. It's always good to give example. Don't use zero to short. Zero to short are for those who are just playing around. We have gone that past stage of using vague prompts. At this point, we are professionals. Everybody uses Facebook, but some people are making millions in Facebook, and some people are in Facebook watching video. How many of us are watching videos in Facebook? Yeah. So the point I'm making here is that a lot of us are using ChatGPT, but we use it differently. Some people, Facebook is they make money than even those bank managers. It's the same Facebook all of us are using. Some Facebook users make money than medical doctors. So all of us are using ChatGPT, but the way you use your own will determine what you get, what you be. If you just want to be using it zero to short, it's up to you, zero to short. Then you will remain there and be playing around. They'll be they'll be playing around with you. But when you start using chain of thoughts, embedded memories, APIs, this you know that you have started as a professional, and that is the only time you can say that Mr. Charles trained you as a prompt engineer. Don't go and tell anybody, mention my name when you are using zero to short. I will deny you. So zero to short, let's look at it again, zero to short. And yeah, you see it here. This is the boundary of it here. This is what you are going to be using for me. We'll do it later. Chain of thoughts. This zero to short. Zero to short is for those who are just playing around. We have passed this stage. Even this fit to short, we have passed this stage. This is where we are, and we can develop this into something unbelievable. Chain of thought prompt. And that is what we'll talk about complex or advanced prompt engineers. So companies are looking for people like that everywhere. Yeah. So that's it. Give examples, iterate and refine. Try as much as you can to refine your work. If you send it, at least ask it to refine a bit before you start using it. It will give you, once you do refine, you'll see that the work will be highly smooth. Yeah. Then the future, why is it more than just a trend? That is prompting. Prompting is rapidly evolving from novel interaction method into a foundational text scale. There is text scale no longer a novel. As important in the age of AI as coding was in the age of software. This is replacing code. So what is trying to tell us? What can anybody tell us what this is trying to tell us? Yeah. I want to know if you are still sleeping. Yeah, this is very important to us because this class is not for children, it's for, because we are talking about generational change. Things are changing. What is this telling us for those who are still awake? Okay, since most of us are sleeping.
I think he's saying software is slowly leaving the face.
Oh, good. I would have bought you a bottle of a drink. Ompa. I'll buy you a bottle of Ompa.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So what this is telling us that, you see, in this world, everything gets old. Even human beings get old. You see, coding. People say coding is getting old. You know, the almighty code, powerful code, programming this, they are eventually getting old. We have a new sheriff in town and they are taking over. And that is what we say. The prompt engineering is over. They are taking over from coding. You know, because coding is no longer that. We're now in a new era where you can use a different language to solve all these problems that coding will give us. So, yeah, that is the exact answer I'm looking for. So, coding is getting old, and we should be aware of that. So, prompting will be the new digital literacy. The new digital literacy. Just like coding used to be. Just like coding, Excel, Google search, prompting will be a baseline for scale, for knowledge worker, creatives, students, business leaders. People who will be expected to talk to AI fluently to boost productivity and innovation. Companies will be, because everybody will want to queue at your back based on your confidence on how you tell AI, sit down, do this. AI will be obeying you because AI is going to be stubborn very soon. You can't just tell AI anything and AI will listen to. They need people that will have full control over AI, who can speak their language, and you will see them, you know. So many of us who have watched this movie, King Kong and Gorilla. You see, this gorilla is a very big dog. Some people knows their language, they will spoiling everything, doing everything. So some people will just come and playing small soft music and they will sleep off. This is how this AI is going to be. If you want to be aggressive, you just mess you up. A company will come down overnight if you don't know how to, interact with them and get good results. But those who knows, it will tell you the secrets. Next day, you can even come and start challenging Elon Musk. Elon Musk is not doing anything special. It's just that Elon Musk knows more than us. He has more knowledge, he has more information. And not only that, he's putting it in use. He's taking more risk. And because he's more exposed in so many things, it's not because he has money. Before he became Elon, he wasn't born with wealth. Check out his background. The parents are not rich. All these people is because they know more and they put it into practice. They take risk. While a lot of people don't take risk because you don't have enough information to do what you want. That is it. But when you have enough information, when people are seeing it as a risk, you are seeing it as a business. You are seeing it as an investment because you know more information. And this information is what this AI is going to give you. Because what is embedded in them, what has been fed on them, has never been fed on any human being, has never been fed on any object, anything on earth. So that is it. And not only that, they keep on feeding them and keep on training them, keep on refining them. So that is what it is. Prompting is the new digital literacy, the new language for richness. So rise of prompt engineering as a profession. Full-time prompt engineers will design high-performing prompts, tune prompt for better accuracy and safety and creativity, work closely with AI team. I told you we're going to soon having AI unit in all companies because this is where things are going to be happening. That unit is where they are going to be cooking all decision, everything go to AI unit. Any go to AI unit. Just like these days, in so many companies I work, any little problem go to digital transformation unit. We, the business analyst, we solve complex problem. Anything. You see people from finance, people from marketing, people from this, just can you analyze this? Can you do this? Can you do this? Digital transformation. We solve problem. So very soon, everything go to AI unit. They are not existing at the moment, but they are building it, they are creating it, they are coming. So people are going to have such units, going to have prompts, work closely with AI team in product design, marketing, coding, research. So you see that people from marketing will be coming to AI team. People from product design will come to AI team. People from coding, software engineers will be coming. Researchers, etc. Everybody will come into this AI team in the organization. And that is the point I'm making here. So that is the rise. They are rising beyond everybody's expectation. That is the rise of prompt engineering in the organization. They are taking the center stage, and there is no need of anybody trying to fight it because we are not going to win. Prompting will evolve structural system. We will move from writing plain language prompts. You see, it's no longer going to be just it's going to be a very reusable template. Now we'll create a very template so that some people who are very gurish in prompting, you can become a dedicate yourself to prompting, creating different templates for different sectors. This is a business idea I'm giving out to you, which is free of charge. This kind of business idea, I don't give it out. I keep it for myself alone. You know, but I want as so many of us here to be millionaires through this prompting. So all you need to do is start creating reusable templates. You can create for finance. You can go. So before we leave here, we'll have so many templates anyway. You can create for finance. You can create for HR. You can create for marketing. You can create, and they are going to have a marketplace where they sell prompt templates. You can go there and be selling your prompt template. People who want to use it will come and pay you, and they use it. Some of you see CapCut. How many of you are using CapCut? Okay, for those who are using into small, yes, Doris, you use CapCut. Do you see reusable video clips in CapCut? You know? Do you people understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So it's,
Yes, sir.
it's a very big business in CapCut. Very big business. People are making serious money from creating reusable professional video clips. You don't need to go and pay a video. They won't get it the way and what they are doing, they are using AI to create all these reusable video templates, intros and outros of videos. You know, they create it and people are buying it because it's beautiful, it's professional, it's cinematic. So that is what is going to be happening. So prompt, as I keep on saying, prompt is going to be like that. We're going to be creating reusable templates, you know, for use. Predefined prompt with placeholders that can be reused by filling in different values. For example, you see here, this is a template. Write a LinkedIn post with topic in a tone, with a dash tone. You know, this is a template. You can say here, write a LinkedIn post about agriculture or about fintech in a professional tone, in a startup tone, in an aggressive tone, in whichever tone you want it. That is, with this, we don't need to come and all you just put the topic here and put the tone. This is a template here used by topic equal to AI. See here, AI in healthcare can be the topic. And tone here can be professional. This is a template. So we're going to be having this kind of template, creating this kind of templates a lot, and that is what it's going to be. And then prompt chain. We already talked about prompt chain, which is a chain of thought. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about this. We'll spend a lot of time on this prompt chaining, which is one of the biggest things. And prompt scripting. These are all the features. They are coming up fast. Prompt scripting language like LangChain, Prompt Flow, tools, framework that help to structure, chain, and manage prompt programming with logic and memory. So This prompt chaining, something that we might not be able to, if we are thinking how do we chain. We already have tools that can help us to do that. And this LangChain is one of the tools that are going to be creating this kind of chain of thoughts or prompt scripting for you. So, yeah, so we can see we are getting all this we are saying is already here because we already have tools like these are tools that already they are using it already. So the market is fully right. It's not just talking, it's right. Then we'll come to embedded prompts in apps. It's already there. They already started embedding in CRM system and so many other systems. Like even the one I'm using here, these are all embedded these things. So they're already embedding it. Like I said, so embedded prompt in even ChatGPT, you can even embed it. You can equally embed it in different applications. So yeah, so these are all the powerful. This is Auto GTB, LangChain, chain of thought prompting already reflects the shape. This is chain of thoughts. It's very powerful. That is where all this advancedness of prompting comes in, and then prompting will be domain specific. We're going to be having domain specific prompt, like prompt will involve specialist to see, like legal prompting, medical prompting, business prompting, code prompting. Just like we have SQL, Dalet, we in SQL have MySQL, PostgreSQL, and the rest of them. All these are the future where it is going. Prompt will be democratized innovation. With prompting, no coders can jump in and become, among the powerful people. Build AI power tool via no code platform, automate workflow, create entire business and research papers. So, and prompting will be blended with human thinking. In the future, your ability to think clearly equal to your ability to prompt clearly. Prompting will be mirror core scale, so problem framing, critical thinking, clear writing, and scenario planning. So if you can think very clearly, if you can be crafty, then you are there. So the summary table for the evolution of prompting is this. Is the summary table, which we is going to be for us to read it. As now we've already discussed everything in this note. So let me not go and start repeating. But you can see here from 2023, the way it's moving. This is where it is. It's just a basic under a scale level. In 2023, just niche scale. In 2025, prompting is now become an essential scale for all knowledge and rule. Then future, looking at 2030 plus, core part of education, and so it's going to become core part of education. It's going to replace a lot of things. Well, that's why I told you that some of these children who are born in today, AI is going to be their teachers. They are going to learn a lot from AI than us. So they are like tools. Here we have ChatGPT, Playground. We used to play around with ChatGPT in 2003. 2014 started shifting base. And in 2005, we are now having LangChain, Auto And then we'll have, some of us are still here at the playground, but some people, so many people have already shifted base to this area. Then we'll have, in 2030, we'll have native AI, IDEs, prompt marketplace, where we'll be selling pro. I told you that, well, some people are going to become merchants, prompt merchant. All they do is sell quality prompts. And the usage here, we see usage simple task. The 2003, just simple task, question and answer. But today, in 2005, we are using prompts for business, for coding, for research, for art. And in 2030, it's going to be full-scale AI workflow and automation. You know, it will take over every business activity. All the enterprise application we'll be talking about, the prompts will become everything. Education, in 2003, we're using prompts for boot camps, YouTube videos, and this and that. Yeah, but as of today, universities are using it, you know, for courses, for certification. And in 2030, it's become global prompting standard and degrees. You know, that is where we are heading to. So for those who want to know, someone asked a question about the future of prompting in 20. I told the person that in that 10 years you are talking is too much. Just bring it down to 5 years. And that's what I'm telling. Like today is university, you know, they use it for design courses and a lot of, and in 5 years' time, it's going to be a standard and degree standard. I told you that if you go to university from last year, 2024 to 20 this year, the amount of people who graduated from, who are, you know, PhDs, not just PhD, the amount of people who made distinctions are unbelievable. First class, a lot, because the kind of, you know, they are surprising their professors. They will give you something you don't know how, you cannot fault somebody's report. You know, you can't fault somebody's report. And you cannot say it's plagiarism because there is no evidence of plagiarism. And this is what AI can do. So that is it. And that is the future. But in 5 years, everybody will give up. All the professors that are fighting it, they will give up and they will, you know, all of them will key into the prompt standard. So if you tell your professor that is struggling, tell them that I said that Mr. Sanchez in 5 years, they will all key into prompt, global prompt standard and degrees. And that's it. Challenges and ethical consideration. So under challenges and ethical consideration, we'll have bias output. Yes, we'll have bias output. And we'll have ambiguity in language. Then we'll have misuse and manipulation, which is here already. And transparency and accountability. Like years that talk about these challenges, and governments, we're looking at governments to come up with it because this is a new system. There is no guiding law as of now. You know, when Bitcoin cryptocurrency came in, when it started, there's no guiding laws because these are new technology, new invention. But over time, a lot of papers, regulatory compliance started springing up to guide the way people use Bitcoin, the way company uses it, and to reduce this risk coming from Bitcoin transaction and the rest of them. and it has been highly minimized, reduced. And Bitcoin, they didn't scrap Bitcoin. All they did is that they regulated it for a better use. That is what is going to happen in prompting. It's going to be regulated for a better use so that people will not be misusing it, creating false information, spreading false information. They are not meant for you to use it to misuse it. You know, we have a law will say that if you create a misleading information, misleading video, 20 years imprisonment. If you mimic or create you see, I saw they created, you see, they can create American president saying what he never said. If you create that kind of video, you can go to jail for 30 years. These are ways they can use to regulate this abuse and manipulation. So these are some of the things are going to be the way they are going to take place, take care of all these abuses. So that's it. I think we've managed to give it a very deep cut tonight. So yeah, next time we're going to be looking at the anatomy of a prompt where we're going to be designing. We're going to break it down, try to look at it from inside and outside and dissect it. Anatomy. So if you have any question, come up with a question. But before your questions, this is the assignment, at least for us to make sure that we've started. We'll create a cover letter for a job. You know, a job sample will be posted in our platform, so everybody will need to create a cover letter if you're applying for this job. And yeah, so that's it. And it has to be shared on our group so we can vote and review which prompt is the best prompt or the cover letter. So that is what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be sharing these notes as soon as possible so we can get this. But know that there is an assignment. We have an assignment. So let's get started so that some of us will stop sleeping. So I hope your question is ready. If your question is ready, then let's have it and we can go to bed. All right. I can see we've done well today. Everything Mr. Charles said. Nobody's challenging my chain of thoughts. Yeah. I've changed my thoughts this night that nobody dares challenge it. Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, good night, sir.
Have a good night, sir.
You too.